Hi everyone. So I'm doing a little catch-up right now. This movie I'm going to talk about came out about a week ago, but since I was at Newport Beach Film Festival, I didn't get a chance to actually see it when I got it initially released, but I've been very interested to see the film. The movie is called Little Boy, and you know, one of my favorite genres in this crazy world movie business is the coming-of-age story, and this one actually comes, the story actually comes from executive producers Roma Downing and Mark Burnett, who I believe are a real couple. And of course, Mark Burnett created Survivor, and Roma Downing was part of Touched by an Angel. And they also produced The Bible and Son of God, which came out last year. So I don't mind that this film might have been a religious movie. That doesn't bother me. I can understand if it bothers some. But this one looked like it was going to be something different, and that's what I was hoping for. Just a little different, nothing. I was hoping for a religious film that wasn't heavy-handed or pandering or preachy. I just don't like those things when it comes to my religious movies. So anyways, this film takes place around World War II time. We get to know a little kid. I believe he has a real name, though I don't remember what his real name in the movie is. But everybody calls him Little Boy because for some reason he just really can't grow. He's not a dwarf. Some of the bullies are calling him midget, of course, is the derogatory term for little person. But he's not that. He just for some reason he just can't grow. But he has a loving mother played by Emily Watson and a loving father played by Michael Rappaport. And a loving community. He lives in somewhere USA, and you know, it just looks like picture perfect situation for him. But suddenly World War II is coming, and his older brother has some issues with his feet, so he's not allowed to go to war. So his father, who he really loves, he loves his father so much, is going to go serve and fight the Japanese in World War II. There's a lot of there's stuff going on in the little town involving what's going on during the war, of course, and also what's going on with this kid. And then there's also a subplot where the young kid kind of befriends a Japanese man who's lived there for over 40 years in the States. But of course, because of the times, people are prejudiced. They think that everybody who is Japanese, of course there was internment camps at the time, but everybody who is Japanese, whether they are, you know, born in the country of America or they've spent the rest of their a lot of their adult life in America, they're still Japanese. So that's kind of an interesting subplot as this kid is struggling with just, you know, wanting to believe in something, wanting to believe that his dad's going to return, and wanting to believe in the goodness of humanity. And at the same time, he's just dealing with all these other elements, you know, going on. And one thing I liked about this film, and I did bring it up just briefly, is that in the trailer we don't really get to see this subplot as he goes on this mission because his priest, who's played by Tom Wilkinson. Did I mention that this movie has an impressive cast? I mean, a supporting cast. Of course, the little kid, I don't know if I've seen before, but there's a big, huge supporting cast in this movie that also includes Ben Chaplin and Kevin James and Ted Levine from Silence of the Lambs. You know, so his priest, played by Tom Wilkinson, says there's this huge list of things that he needs to do, and one of them is to befriend this Japanese man who lives in town because the community is just kind of coming down on him just because he's Japanese. I mean, it's not his fault he was born that way. It's just kind of sad because of the war situation that's happening. So this film is actually getting lots of hate on the internet. Well, and the critics, I should say. I don't think people are creating websites to hate this film. You know, I think because it does come from these people who created, you know, the miniseries of the Bible and also the you know, the Son of God, the religious stuff. I think this movie's getting a lot of hate because it does follow a formula. But I'll tell you right now. Yes, this does come from people who've made religious films, but I felt like the religious was just under the surface. This movie actually, what I liked about this movie is that it first tried to be a coming-of-age story of this kid just wanting his father back. And then at the same time, just underneath the surface, there's a little bit of a religious tone, but nothing preachy, heavy-handed, or in your face. So I think someone who is non-religious can appreciate this film and just enjoy it as a movie, and the religious people can get something out of it as well and see that little message. I like the way the movie looked. I actually really liked the color palette of this film. It looked like it was from a different time, back in the day. You know, it had that sensibility of also, you know, we're dealing with the war going on. We have the tragedies of that. The movie's PG-13, so there's a lot of you know, thematic elements that makes it PG-13. But I've seen worse stuff in a PG movie, like sex, violence, lots of crap in a PG movie. This movie's PG-13, and there's less of that crap. There's less of that crap in this movie. But anyways, I like the feeling. I just felt like I was watching an old-timey movie, you know, during the classics of an era. And I wouldn't say this movie's a perfect film. No, by any means, not a perfect film. It does follow a formula. It has a pattern. It does have predictability, manipulation. It has all that stuff that will piss off most moviegoers. But I try to look past all that. I like the kid, though. You know, when he reaches some emotional moments in the film, he kind of falls off the map a little bit, but I thought he did a good job. So before I cut off, thanks to my battery, I just wanted to say I thought the kid did a decent job to carry this film. You know, he was a star of this movie. I liked him. I liked the journey that he went on as he was trying to just figure things out of his own life and deal with the problems of the day. And I thought the message of the movie was good. I really liked the message. You know, dealing, trying to put away our prejudice side and just get along, try and love one another more. So overall, I thought this was a well-made film, well intended. It had a really great message. Yes, it has issues, it does have problems, but you know, for a film that's getting a low rating on many websites, I don't think it deserves it. I think this movie has a good heart, and it's a good coming-of-age movie. That a film that it's PG-13, but I feel like the entire family can go and watch this movie, feel something, think about something, and enjoy something. And I like films that has that kind of message, and also we're in a time when the movie takes place in a time that I like to be in as well, especially in a movie form. So yeah, this movie does not deserve the hate. Yes, it's formulaic and has a formula that it does follow, but I really liked it, and I thought it had a great message, and it was something that I'm really glad I finally got a chance to see. I thought it was really good, and I liked it, and for that, I am going to give Little Boy, I'm going to give the film a solid 3 stars out of 4.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.